Welcome, everyone. I'm delighted to be here today with George Bellis. And there's an important development that has occurred with the corporate transparency reporting requirements that he's going to share with us. Welcome, George.
Hi, Michelle. Um, this is a pretty serious thing that affects every business. And what we want to try to do is, in this message, is alert every small business of this requirement that's been imposed on us by the federal government, and it applies to every business. So if you're a business owner, you got to start paying attention. So what's the big deal? Well, effective January 1st of this year, there's a new law called the Corporate Transparency Act that requires every, I'm not talking about some, every small business, in fact, every business, to file a beneficial owner's report with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN. Now, the purpose of this act is to get a database of actually who owns the businesses to prevent foreign ownership of businesses, but to make sure that businesses are owned by entities or people who are readily identifiable. So in order to do this, the federal government needs to collect the data about who owns these businesses. And if you don't file this report annually, it's a big deal. So it started in January 1st, and it has to be filed when your existing business files its annual report with the Secretary of State. So if you're an existing business, when you file your annual report, you also have to file this report. And it requires you to provide who owns the business. It applies to every business, corporations, LLCs, partnerships, sole proprietorship. Any business has to be reporting it. And it requires a lot of information. If your business was formed after January 1st, you must file this information at the time of formation, so that when we are setting up a new business now for our clients, we have to provide that information immediately. So if you do have an existing business, you've got a little window of time here before December 31st, before the report actually has to be filed for existing business. And what has to be reported? Well, the individual owners, their dates of birth, their residence address, and some form of government issued identification, driver's license, passport, something to show that you actually have a residence here in the United States and who you are. So who is the beneficial owner? Well, it's anyone who directly, and this is the key word, indirectly exercises control over a company. So that means if you've got somebody who's really not the officer or president, but is running the company, their relationship to the company also has to be disclosed. Or if you own more than 25% of the company. So true minority shareholders really don't have to provide any information. Now, there's some good news. A court in Alabama recently ruled that the act is unconstitutional and cannot be applied because it requires information to be disclosed to the government. However, and this is a caveat, it only applies to the members of the organization that filed that lawsuit. So if your business is a member of the National Small Business Association, which filed the lawsuit, then you're exempt for right now while an appeal is pending. However, that may be reversed and you still may have to file. But anybody who's not a member of that organization has to file this report. How do we do it? Well, you can do it yourself online, and here's the website where you can go. So, Michelle, for your business, you better get online, and there's the link for you to go online and do it yourself. It's complicated. It's not that easy. It requires a lot of information, but you can try to do it yourself. But we've made arrangements with another company called Cogency Global. We've partnered with them, and they are providing that assistance to our clients at a special price. And if you're interested in it, we'll give you that information. But we've made special arrangements with Cogency Global for all of our clients to do this report. So that's the good news. It's not good news. More government intrusion. There's a legitimate business purpose behind it, I guess. That's to make sure that the government knows who actually owns these businesses. Some of these businesses are just fronts. You wouldn't believe it, but there are businesses out there that are fronts for foreign entities. It's hard to believe, but there are, and people have to be citizens or show that they are a member of the business. So that's the bad news, the good news, or just the news. Thanks for letting me present this, Michelle.
Thank you so much. That is fascinating, and it must be enough of a problem that this is now a requirement. And I'm sure there are many people that would not know about this were it not for you sharing this information. So thank you so much, George.
That's what we do. We try to help our business clients as much as possible. So thank you.
Thank you.